Hey guys, I'm Darren Birdsong. I'm your PR representative for the semester, and today I'm really excited to do the Criterion collection here. I thought I saw, House. Oh, this one's great. I love this one. I remember watching this. Wynn recommended it to me, and it's just so weird and so strange. I just loved how fast-paced it was, too. I learned the director's 11-year-old daughter was helping in the writing for this one, and it makes a lot of sense. Like, it feels like something I would have had like as a nightmare or something like that, but it was just so good, so trippy. I thought I saw Twin Peaks earlier. There it is. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Whole thing right here. I was like planning with the Stainfields to try and watch like the finale of season 2 because we both were just like in love with this show, and they watched it like years ago, but I was still trying to keep on track. I haven't watched season 3 yet. I hope to get to that at some point. I believe somewhere back here I saw this Nacho Libre. Phenomenal film. Honestly, just the I am so good. Anything Jack Black's in, it's like he makes it 10 times better. Honest to God. It's great talking to you guys.
Hi, I'm Noah Cotton. I am the social media head of the Entertainment and Film Club, and we're going to do some top picks of movies here. This is Reservoir Dogs. I love this movie. It's not the first Tarantino movie I saw, but I think it's his greatest, easily. I know he's made a lot of great stuff, some bad stuff, but I think, this is what put him on the map, and I think it still holds up. It's such a small scale, but it feels so intimate. You feel like you know all the characters really well, and it sets the tone for the rest of his career, and I think that's great. Here we got The Adventures of Tintin. Steven Spielberg did this. This may have been the first Spielberg film I saw. He's my favorite director. I love this movie. I think it's everything that made Indiana Jones great, done all over again, so I think it's fairly impressive that he was able to do so, that Spielberg was able to do so, and Peter Jackson with the Weta motion capture technology, and Andy Serkis, he plays Captain Haddock. He never gets enough love in general, but yeah, I love this movie. It remains a favorite of mine. Last pick for me is going to be Guardians of the Galaxy. The first one is probably one of the first movies, if not the first movie that made me, I guess, fall in love with superhero Marvel movies, either this or Winter Soldier. But yeah, I had never seen a film like before that was so irreverent, but also touching, and the music was great. And my grandma took me to see this one. I don't know if that was the right decision because there was a lot of references to things she didn't get. But no, I have great memories watching this, showing it to other people. It's definitely has a great following, fan base worldwide, and yeah, I think it's one of Marvel's best entries they've ever done. All right, that's it.
Hi, my name is Maria, and I am the historian for this year's Entertainment and Film Club. One of my favorite movies is 16 Candles. I watched this, the first time I watched it was in middle school, and after that, I love rom-coms, and I watched a bunch of stuff that she's in, because I love her. But yeah, one of my favorites, definitely funny, knows how to make me laugh whenever I'm sad. Oh, right here. Star Wars, The Empire Strikes Back. There's so many Star Wars movies, but this one is definitely my favorite. I'm sticking with the OG, because what can go wrong with this one? It's so good. I just love Darth Vader. This is when I found my love for Darth Vader, and everything about his character made me fall in love with the dark side. I mean, I do like the light side. I love all the characters, but Darth Vader's just so cool. And after that, I don't know how many times I've gone to Disney just so I can experience this feeling. Ratatouille. Oh my god. I watched this in theaters when it came out, and after that, this movie, every time I watch it and it's the cooking scene, I always get hungry, and it inspires me to want to cook something. Yet I've tried Ratatouille. I did not like the dish, but I love the movie. And a year I dressed up as Linguini for Halloween and had a little Remy hat, and Remy would pop off my hat. I was I love Ratatouille. It's one of my favorite movies, if you ask anyone, because I love Disney that much. I love Ratatouille. But yeah, I have a whole plushie of him. But yeah, those are my top three favorites.
Hello, my name is Julio Brindis Almada. I am the treasurer at E&F Club, and today I'll be doing my Criterion picks. Starting things out with one of my favorite movies of all time. We have La La Land. It's a picture that's very dear to me. I love how colorful it is. I love how thematically rich it is. I love what it has to say about the fight between following your dreams and balancing relationships and people that are important in your lives. It's I like how it presents it as like a question of like which would you rather fight for more. It's very depressing, but I love it so much. Also, banger soundtrack. Up next, we got it's a very recent addition to one of my favorite movies of all time. It's Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. There's something very cool, very interesting about a performance from a comedian in a more serious role. I think Jim Carrey knocks it out of the park in this film. I don't think I have ever sobbed as much as I have watching this. It says here it's a comedy. Liar. I didn't laugh a single time. I was in tears. Liar. It's a very good movie. I love what it has to say about how it's more worth it to have felt love, and even if it leads to loss, than it is to not have felt anything like that at all. It's really beautiful. Paul Thomas Anderson's Punch Drunk Love. I don't know if you're picking up on this. I like one type of movie, and it is the sad romantic movies. This one in particular really spoke out to me as a reminder that no matter who you are and no matter what kind of things you've done in the past, you are still deserving of love the entire way. It's surprise made me sob as well. This is also a very recent addition to one of my favorite movies of all time. It stuck out to me almost immediately, and I hold it very near and dear to my heart. I love movies. That's it.
I'm Guinevere Stainfield. I'm the secretary of the film club, and these are my film picks. Lars von Trier's Antichrist. This film is very controversial, but super important. You know, as much trouble as there was surrounding the production of it, I do think there is a feminist takeaway to the project that is super historically interesting and very moving. The Leprechaun film series. These are super underrated in terms of slasher series, especially the later sequels are a lot better than the first two. They enter camp territory almost immediately, like as opposed to other slasher series that kind of try and start a little auteur and professional and believable as movies. Like these just jump the shark immediately, and all for the better. It has probably the best space entry in any slasher series, as opposed to like Jason X or like, I don't think Michael ever went to space. Oh man, Santa Sangre. Oh my god, I didn't even see this one. So, Santa Sangre is by Alejandro Jodorowsky, and he's most known for The Holy Mountain in terms of like popularizing like surrealist, like just bizarro filmmaking. And he made this one 10 years later. He pretty much has a film per decade. So you like, Holy Mountain is like his hippie 60s film, and then like you enter the 70s and you get I believe it was Tusk, and then the 80s was this one. And so it's a slasher film, right? Because the 80s. And it is the most bizarre slasher film I've ever seen. It has like all the tropes, but like none of the structuring. So like the first act is almost entirely flashback, and that's like 40 minutes. And then the last hour is like the actual kills, and it plays out like a bizarre psycho film. And it's just, it's so good. It's like all his films, it's very heavy, especially just kind of mentally stimulating watching it. There's a lot of like big ideas played out in like super silly ways that like can undercut them, but like when you're really paying attention, it's so much fun. Those are my picks.
Hello, I am Jacob Griffin. I am the E&F Club Vice President, and here are my movie picks. So, This first one is on Sundays. This is Denis Villeneuve's film, one of his French films. This is the story about a pair of twins, and they trace their mother, who has recently died, back overseas from their hometown Toronto to the Middle East, and they sort of start to like trace her roots because she sort of left this cryptic message after she died, and it's this very powerful drama. It's very gut-wrenching, it's beautiful, it's terribly sad as well. Over here we have Hunger, which is a Steve McQueen film. He's done a lot of wonderful movies. He's done 12 Years a Slave, he did Widows. Hunger is about the hunger strikes in Ireland, and it stars Michael Fassbender, who is a prominent figure, he's sort of leading this demonstration in the prison systems, and it has a very, very powerful message to it. There's a really wonderful scene where it's just two guys talking in a room. I think it ranges from like 12 minutes to like 15 minutes, but it's really good. It's wonderfully acted. The cinematography is gorgeous in this film, and it's just beautiful and gut-wrenching, a little bit like on Zombies. I'm going to pick a television show, which is further down here. So one of my favorite television series is The Crown. This chronicles Elizabeth II's reign from whenever she first put, the crown on her head, all the way through her lifetime as she struggles, just sort of with her family life, what it means to be the queen, but also what it means to be, mother or a sister or like any of these other things. And it has some of the best moments in television history, in my opinion. I love the first season. I love all the seasons. The last season was a little bit rocky, but I think it ended in a very satisfactory way, especially during the Princess Diana moments. There you go.
Hi, my name is Caitlin Olive, and I am the president of Entertainment and Film Club, and I'm going to be showing y'all a couple of my picks. The first pick I have is actually not a movie, it's Community, specifically the second season, aka one of the best seasons of Community. It's where we get to see Troy and Abed finally connecting, and also it doesn't suck, and also Chevy Chase is not annoying in it. It's super, super awesome. And then another one of my picks is gonna be Prisoners, literally my favorite film of all time. I got to see this a couple years ago, and the first time I watched it, I remember I was sitting on my bed and I was freaking out and screaming. If you know, the final the final car scene with Jake Gyllenhaal is just incredibly tense and dramatic, and it's such a good mystery. Denis Villeneuve, this was his first American movie, and it was just off the charts, incredible. And then my final pick is gonna be Snowpiercer by Bong Joon-ho. This movie is absolutely incredible. I love what it says about class and class disparity, and I love like the action in it. The one like tunnel scene is just beautiful. The fights are just amazing, and then Chris Evans in general is amazing in it. The ending is it's different, but like I vibe with it. I love it. And yeah, these are my picks.